We're off to the Ace Cafe, Valentine's Day. Right, while we're in a 50 zone on the M3, while it's a bit quieter, yeah, these are Star gloves. I bought them, they're £180 roughly from the dealers, some a bit more, some a bit less, but they're the top of the range winter gloves from Rukka. And I'll just give you a review of what they're like in real time using them out in winter, because the only review I could find of them was actually when you're online. There's a bloke stood behind a desk telling you how wonderful the gloves are. So they got all the bits and bobs on them, all the knuckle padding and padding up the side and anti-scrape this all over them. So you can read all that online, but actually what I wanted to know was what they're like as a winter glove. And I can tell you it's 1 degree out, and yesterday it was 2 degrees, and I did 60 miles on A roads with a couple of towns in between, so essentially anything up to sort of 70-80 mile an hour, averaging about 60 for 20 miles at a time. And I can tell you, I always use heated grips. It was raining, so it's wetter than it is now, and it was also 1 to 2 degrees, heated grips on, and my fingers stayed pretty warm. And to do that amount of many miles on a ZZR in a pair of winter gloves, and for your fingers, I had one cold spot on the end of my index finger on my left hand, and I had another small cold spot on my fourth finger, the one next to the little finger, and that was it. So for winter gloves, they are absolutely phenomenal. So I really do rate them in conjunction with heated grips, because there's nothing at 1 to 2 degrees when it's raining. There isn't anything that's going to keep your hands warm for 60 miles without heated grips on the front. So that's a good side. The downside of the gloves is they are incredibly thick in the winter. When you've got your hands in the winter part of them, the thick, it's got 2 inners, one's for feel, one's for warmth, and yeah, they are incredibly, you do not get a lot of feel for them at all. It actually feels like you're holding like, I don't know, big bits of foam or something around your bars, around the grips. It's not a nice feel at all. So that's the only downside of them, but you get that. So yeah, that's a real review. 1 to 2 degrees, 60 mile an hour in the rain for 60 miles with heated grips on, and your fingers stay not hot, but they're not frozen. And if anybody knows who does a lot of riding at that sort of weather, if you were to wear a standard pair of gloves, leather racing gloves, I think in that weather I would have probably got 13 or 14 miles where it would have been so unbearable that you wouldn't have been able to carry on riding without warming your hands up. So yeah, 5 out of 5 for winterness. Yeah, brilliant. So there you go, a real rider's review of the Rukka Gore-Tex Star gloves.